The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
That you can't see sometimes things that are in front of you that are challenging, but you know what you can see? When you look back. Hashem says, I'm telling you, if you believe in me, you're going to look back, maybe in a day, maybe in a month, maybe in 30 years. You're going to look back at some point, maybe at 120, and you're going to say, thank you for that. It's a great story about a guy named Baruch Finkel. I don't know if you heard the story before. This is great. I heard this from Rabbi Biederman. I'm totally obsessed with Rabbi Biederman. He told this incredible story about a guy named Baruch Finkel. Listen to this. Baruch Finkel, I think his name is Baruch Finkel. Baruch Finkel. Two guys in the 30s were living in Europe, and they both had no money. They were impoverished. And no matter what they did, they couldn't figure out a way to make it. So they decided that the only way they're going to make money is going to go to America. So they board a boat from Europe. They say, can you imagine? They say goodbye to their families. And they're not getting on a plane. They're getting on a boat in the 30s. They're not calling every 5 minutes to make sure they're okay. They're not texting. There's no WhatsApp in the 30s. I'm here, snap. I'm having dinner, snap. Snap. Do I look good? Snap. Not like that. Bye-bye. I'll send you a letter. I can't get on a plane for like 5 days. I feel like I can't leave my kids. Can you imagine? They get on the boat, two of them, and they go to America. And they said, we're going to start a business. We're going to make money. We're going to send it back to Europe. And then when we have enough money, we'll come back. So each of these guys started different businesses. One guy's name was Baruch. Another guy, his friend. This guy started business one, and Baruch started business two. But the problem that Baruch had was that Baruch couldn't get a loan to open up this type of business that he had. He wanted to do something specific, and he needed money. So he found a guy who was a Jewish guy, or I don't know if he was Jewish, but he was an American guy, and he became his partner. And the guy was a citizen, and he had to be able to get bank loans, etc. So two of them started a business together. 2 years. 2 years. Being alone on Shabbos. 2 years. Pesach alone, Kippur alone. 2 years not seeing his family. After 2 years, they meet up again, and they say, we both have enough money. We sent money back to Europe. They're both ready to go home. Can you imagine the joy? They buy a ticket, both of them. This guy with his business, this guy with his business, Baruch with his business, they buy a ticket. They're ready to get on the boat in a week. 2-3 days later, as they're making preparations to leave, this guy Baruch gets a note that came in, a telegram. His father in Europe just passed away. He asks the rabbi goes, you got to sit shiva. He goes, should I go back? He goes, you can't go back. Sit. So he tells his friend, go. He goes, no, wait for you. He goes, no, go. 2 years, you haven't seen your family. Don't wait for me. I'll get the next ticket. The boat leaves every week. I'll buy a ticket. I'll get it from shiva. You sure? Okay. Guy goes, gets in the boat. This guy Baruch sits shiva. Listen to this. While he's sitting shiva, his business partner comes in, the American partner, says, listen, you have to take a big loan quickly. Something's wrong with the bank has to renegotiate, whatever it is. I'm handling it, that's my side of the business, we need a loan, but I need your signatures. The guy goes, I'm sitting shiva. Signatures, can you wait? He goes, I can't wait. It's got to be done today or we're going to lose the business. I was okay. So everyone's coming in, talking to him, craziness. And in between, the guy's handing him documents, he's signing it, he's okay, I'm signing it. Saying, sorry, yeah, I'm okay, signing. Finally, after it's over, he signs all the documents. You got everything? He goes, I got everything I need. Okay, go leaves. He says 1 more day, 2 more days, 3 more days, shiva. He gets up from shiva, goes to buy a ticket. He goes to the bank to buy his ticket. He opens up his account, and there's no money in the account. He runs to the store's closed. And now he starts panicking. He goes to the bank and goes, go to the loan. The guy goes, what loan? He goes, my partner came in and told you I signed documents for a loan. And the bank officer goes, those weren't loan documents. Those were transfer documents. You transferred your entire business to your partner. He took all the money. He goes, I didn't mean to. He goes, right here, your signature. He goes, he came in that 2 days ago. He said, show me the documents. I transferred him all the money, and he left. Can you imagine? 2 years? The guy steals money from you? This guy Baruch looks up to Hashem and says, I trust you. Yosef, you're my dad. I don't ask questions. My job is to be the best that I can be. I'm trying my hardest. You throw me a curve. You know what I do when you throw me a curve? I try to go right through it. I trust you. He trusts us. He doesn't have money to eat. Forget a ticket. Can you imagine what it's like to send that letter home to his family? He's probably writing the letter with tears. His little kid sitting at home waiting for daddy to come home. The other daddies in the neighborhood. All the money. Where's their daddy? They probably have food to eat. Tears. He tries to open up a new business. He's got nothing. He's got no money. He's bankrupt. So he's got nothing. He can't even get a loan. So he's got to become a citizen. But guess what? His American partner's nowhere to be seen. So you know what he does? He works for somebody else in the morning, and then in the afternoon, he goes and applies for citizenship. It takes him forever. And finally, after weeks and weeks of literally being a butler, a slave, He becomes an American citizen. He opens up his store again. And thank God, everyone who knew him, his clients, his customers are still there. A year, 2 years, 3 years. Can you imagine every Shabbos, every Shabbat being alone? Imagine what it was like on Pesach and Seder. The letters of tears to his family, looking up to God every week, every night alone. I trust you. I don't got to see 10 steps ahead. You see, it's a wall. I go through walls. I turn into paths. I'm playing virtual reality. 3 years later, he finally has enough money. He gets on a boat. Now in the late 30s. Anybody know what's going on in Europe in the late 30s, early 40s? Yeah, it was a disaster. He shows up in Europe a year that when he lands, after all the joy, 1 year later, you know what breaks out? The war. And they're all trapped. But Baruch is an American citizen. So he goes to the American consulate. You know what he gets in a minute? Passports for his entire family. He gets on a boat with his entire family back to America. And because he was a citizen and had his own business now, they land in New York and they're safe forever. Go back in time and be Baruch right before the guy walks in with the loan documents. The loan documents. Would Baruch say the pain that he went into when he felt his money was stolen from? Would he say, bring it on, knowing what's going to happen in the end, but don't bring it on? Would he want to go through the experience of getting his money stolen, knowing what's going to happen 5 years later? You know what bitachon means? It means that you don't have to see 5 years in the future. Bitachon means when you feel the pain every day, if you feel it, it's the smallest to the biggest. And again, we should have no pain. We should learn this lesson with matokness, with sweetness. That's what we should be praying for. We should be praying for bitachon from sweetness. But when we experience what we're experiencing, whatever it is in life, and we look up and go, I don't know what you have planned for me. And it could be 5 years. It could be 50 years. I trust you. I trust you. God looks at and goes, that's hatzlacha. And for many of us, what we're lacking, the bracha that we're lacking is because we don't have that level of emunah yet. And once you get that level of bitachon, let me tell you something. For the people that are great that I've learned this from, when you can look at the good in life and go, I can't believe you gave it to me. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. And when we look at the difficult things in life and go, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. I can't believe you trusted me. When we look at the good and the bad and see Hashem in it, we become indestructible.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org